One of the most simple ways to cook, yet it yields the best results. We are talking cook to perfection every single time. It could be your steaks, it could be your veggies, your fish, whatever you've got. The way that this works is you're gonna turn it on, you're gonna put it on the side of any container. So it could be a pot, it could be a bin like we have here, filled with water. Your food, your seasonings, your sauces, your spices, everything goes into a bag. You can use any type of bag. We also do have a great set from Chef here, a 5-piece set. And then it cooks in the water at the precise temperature. You will never overcook it. You can eat it when you're ready to do it. This is how restaurants have done it for years and years and years, and now the home chefs are catching on. What I love about Chef Wolfgang Puck's version is that it's compact, it clips right on, it's so simple to do. There's literally 4 buttons on the front here, and look at our clearance price point. You guys, it's more than half off today. If you'd like to get it home and try it out, we have a 90-day return policy. On FlexPay, it's $12.40. You just choose if you want the red or the black. It's gonna come with all the instructions you need, but Chef, it truly is one of the simplest ways to cook, yet you yield the best results, don't you?
You know, this is so amazing because you actually can cook in it. You can make a steak medium rare. You can make 10 steaks medium rare if you use a big Lexan or anything like that. Did we plug it in or no? Not yet. Okay, and then you put it at the right temperature, and that's it. It is so simple. So you can use a stock pot, or you can use a Lexan like here, and put the temperature on. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you plugged it in. Okay, so it is a simple machine. You can take it out. Look at that. So this we call circulator. So what happens is it circulates the water all around. You can see it probably in here. If you turn it on, you see it in here. Look at that in here. See that?
Yes.
That's what makes it even temperatures all over. So if you have some leftover puree, like we have some carrot puree here, we have them in our bags here, which seal hermetically. You can heat that up so easy. So we have some peas, we cook them right in here. So you keep all the nutrients in here, everything gonna be perfect. Can you turn this one on too here, please? All right, and then you get the hooks with it. Where are my hooks here? To hang them up? Where?
So, Chef, while you guys get set up with
the hook.
While you guys get set up with the hooks.
You actually hook them up, and then you put them right here.
This technology, you gotta love it, right? Chef, I'm so curious because I'm not, you know, I'm a novice chef, and a lot of people might be as well. If we're looking at this and we're saying sous vide, okay, I see it, I get it, it cooks in there, I don't need to use a stovetop, it's easy, but why do so many professional chefs and restaurants choose sous vide? How does it make our food better?
You know what, fish in there, I cook everything in there. If I want to cook a steak perfectly medium rare, for example, I set the temperature at 69 degrees Celsius, and I cook it, and it will stay that way for an hour or 2 hours. So there's no overcooking. If you cook vegetables in there, they stay in there. There is no overcooking. So it's totally precise cooking. But also, you cook it at a lower temperature. What happened then, it doesn't dry it out. It doesn't dry out the fish. It keeps it moist and flaky like you have never seen before. And if you want to see it, put it for 2 minutes on the grill. Like when I cook at the Bel Air Hotel, salmon, for example, I have the salmon slice in one of the bags, and then I can cook it and finish it on the grill. All right.
Ah, I see.
So here we have some short ribs cooking in here. Okay, do we have space? All right, I'm gonna get somebody to help a little bit here to open up because it's hard to do everything with one hand. Come here.
That's okay, live TV, right? We're doing our best and we're showing everybody at home how you guys can use this.
Amazing, though. So you can just open this thing here up, and then you have it right in front of you. Like I have a fish here. Here, open it up. I have a slippery hand here. Okay. All right. It's a little tight because of the water. Look there. plate.
So Chef is gonna plate
Okay.
that up for us, and we're taking a
right.
quick shot to show you guys on the front how you're gonna
And
use
now
this, because it's actually very simple. You've got the power button here. You're gonna set the temperature of what you want your food to cook at here. In this middle window is gonna show the current temperature of the water. So look at how precise this is. We set it to 129, it's 129, it's gonna stay that way. And then you have your timer at the bottom. So you'll get a little booklet too that will explain, based on what you're cooking, what temperature and for how long. What the beauty of this is, you can literally use any vessel. You could have a stock pot, you could have a bin like this. I read some of the reviews, a lot of you were saying you use the stainless steel inside of the air fryer from Wolfgang Puck. But once you put the water in, put this in and set your time. When your food's inside, you don't have to babysit anymore. You could do one piece of salmon, you could do 10 steaks, like Chef was saying. You know it will be perfectly cooked every time. You don't have to cut it open to check if it's right. And then the whole time, it's cooking in its own juices, in all of the spices. We've got lemon and herbs in here with our salmon. Everything is infusing into your food so that when you do open it up and you are ready to eat, it's perfectly cooked every time. To me, that sounds like a great deal, because I don't have to worry so much and babysit the whole time to know I'm gonna get a great meal. You notice the bags that we've been using too, by the way. These are also something that the chef offers. They're silicone bags. They're reusable, and they actually seal perfectly at the top here to get all of the air out. And you've got the clips as well, so you can just hang them right over the side of whatever vessel you're using. You don't have to use this option, but it makes it really convenient and easy to do. And then it's a perfect meal every time. And I feel like, Chef, you're giving away all your secrets, because this is what all the pros do.
You're so right. They do that in the restaurant all the time, especially for fish, and also if we do meat. Come here, Eric is the chef for the catering. He is in charge of all the Oscars. He is not a doctor. He looks like more like a doctor like that, but I think when we do parties, when we have to reheat things like short ribs, when we have to cook fish, we can cook it sous vide, except we have this huge Lexan, and it's a huge machine which costs thousands of dollars. But look how flaky the fish is. Can you see that?
Wow, yes.
And break it up piece by piece, and it tastes totally juicy. So it's cooked without being overcooked. Same thing if you have a chicken, like chicken breast in here. So if you want to use that on a salad now, slice it up. Or if you want to put barbecue sauce with it, you're going to have the perfect plate.
I tell you, it is really simple, and it actually is very fun when you start to experiment. And I was looking through the reviews on this, Chef, and some people were saying they make quiche cups, egg custards, cubed beef, fish, steak, roasts. One of the reviews said this is an incredible gourmet find, because as we mentioned, this is how all the pros do it, yet now Chef has made it so simple and accessible for the home cook. So it's compact, it's very easy to operate. You've only got 3 screens and 4 buttons, and it will even come with the booklet to tell you based on what you're cooking, what temperature and how long. Once you've set that, that's it. There is no worry about having to come back and check it all the time. It'll be cooked perfectly every single time. What's really exciting right now is the opportunity to pick it up at a clearance price point. So it's actually more than half off for you today. This was originally $131.50. Today it's $61.99, and with 5 flex payments, it'd be $12.40 to even just get it home and try it out. You have 90 days to try everything right now. We've extended our return policy here at HSN. Try a couple of meals in it and see if it's not the best you've ever had. See if you don't enjoy the stress-free cooking that you get and knowing it will be precisely right. Because I was always that person that has to cut everything, and that's like a cardinal sin to do when you're cooking, to, you know, peek open, make sure it's cooked all the way, or you end up with dry pork or dry fish or undercooked steaks. This is how you do it perfectly, and you don't even have to use your stovetop. So you could literally have this up on the counter, right, Chef? And you just clip on the sous vide and you're ready.
All right. You know, it is so easy to do anything with that. Look at that. We are having here peas in here. Look at the color of the peas. I have the halibut here, and look at the peas I cooked in there. Look at that. Perfectly cooked, all of them. All the nutrients will stay in here.
Nice.
And it is so simple to operate, and it will stay that way. Look at that. Here I have my chicken. Give me a smoke. I've used my finger. All right, look at that. Now you have the perfect barbecue chicken here. Delicious. And when you cut into it, give me a knife over here. Where I have a knife here, my steak knife, okay? So you cut a piece of that. It is so moist and so delicious because the proteins don't overcook. So this is a perfectly cooked chicken.
Well, I've got to say, Chef, the steaks that we have coming up from you would be perfect in this sous vide as well.
Perfectly. You can cook the steak, sear them before, put a little barbecue sauce with it, put a little pesto with it, and they come out just perfectly medium rare all the way through.
Oh my goodness. Now, and you'll notice too, like in this bag with the salmon, we've put in some fresh herbs and some lemon, and you can do your seasonings and your sauces. So it's really a very multifunctional way to cook because everything is condensed. You know, you don't have a million different steps. You put what you want in the bag, close it up, put it in the water, and just set your temperature and time. And you could have your whole meal in here. You could do a bag with your veggies, one with your fish, you know, whatever you've got. And it really, it's kind of mind-boggling that it's such a simple way to cook, yet it's so high-end and so gourmet, and the results you get are so perfect. Because if I were to look at this meal, Chef, I would think the person who cooked it had to be very precise, babysitting their food constantly, and really know what they're doing, when in all honesty, you don't. And to me, that's just fantastic for all of us who are at home now and struggling to come up with creative ideas for cooking, tasty food. You know, we can't all go out to restaurants anymore. So this is how you get that restaurant quality at home.
And also, you know, let me say one more thing. You know, you can experiment. Now you have the time. You can say, okay, I know I'm going to cook my fish in there for sure. I know you can cook ribs in there for sure. You can reheat perfect barbecued ribs, for example. Here I have short ribs. Give me a little plate. Oh, look at that.
Look at all the juice.
Perfect short ribs, yeah. They stay juicy, nothing escapes, but mainly because nothing gets overcooked. So the proteins will stay the way they are. And then you can take off the meat with your hand. You don't even need a fork, just like that. It is so tender and so delicious. You're gonna think, how did they get it like that? Well, the finest restaurant in America use sous vide. My friend Thomas Keller, who is a famous chef, he has restaurants in Napa and in New York, he actually has a whole cookbook out there about sous vide.
Wow.
I know there was a company also who was selling fish to restaurants, already cooked sous vide. All you had to do is warm them up. And you know what? You would not know the difference in between freshly cooked or sous vide. Why? Because the protein, the ones which makes it dry, where you see the white thing on the salmon, doesn't get cooked. It got just to the right temperature. So where it is hot enough, but it is not overheated. So that's how you get these textures, that's how you get the flavors, and it makes a whole lot of a difference.
And you'll notice too on the screen here, so the top line, when you turn this on, this is gonna toggle between the top, middle, and bottom screens. So you set your temperature at the top. The middle one shows the current temperature. Look at this. When you talk about precision, you set it to 129, it's going to get there and stay that way for the entire time the food is in here. So it's ready when you are. The bottom is the timer. So once that timer goes off, it's ready for you. But if you're busy or you're still making the side dishes, it's not gonna overcook while it's in here because it's staying at that precise temperature. All the seasonings and juices and proteins, as you mentioned, Chef, are inside the bag, just making your food so delicious. And there's a reason why this is so well loved here, and the examples people were giving of the food they make: eggs, egg quiches, cube steak we've got here, we've got roast, chicken, fish. I mean, people love this. They're veggies as well, because why not? Put it all in here at once. It makes it very simple. But I will say, it's the first airing we've seen all year, and it's been marked down at a clearance price point, which is really exciting. So it's more than half off. Great opportunity for those of us who have maybe been intrigued by this method, but weren't quite ready to commit to it yet. Now you can get it at a price point that is attainable for everybody. You still have that 90-day return policy. And if you use FlexPay, it'd be $12 and change to get it home. So you just choose if you want the red or the black. All you need is some sort of vessel. It could be a stock pot, it could be a bin like this, whatever you've got. You're gonna use that with water. And don't forget, we do have these bags available if you'd like them. You can use any type of plastic sealable bag. These are fantastic though, because they're silicone and they're reusable and they seal tight. You get all 5. and they come with the hooks and the clips that you've been seeing the chef using. So this is a